Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin with breaking news. President Donald Trump touted his administration's COVID-19 efforts today from the White House. Across the nation, COVID cases are setting records. The president hailed Operation Warp Speed, the public-private partnership aimed at developing a vaccine. Pfizer has announced that its vaccine candidate is 90% effective.
Operation Warp Speed is unequaled and unrivaled anywhere in the world, and leaders of other countries have called me to congratulate us on what we've been able to do, and we've helped many countries with their ventilators and all of the problems they were having, and I'd like to congratulate everyone involved in this effort.
The president said a vaccine will be distributed to the elderly and healthcare workers immediately, but did not provide any specifics. He also said the vaccine would be made available to the general public in April. New for you now at 5, new efforts for the city of Fargo as they work to slow the spread of COVID-19. Devin Fry joins us live in studio with more on what was announced this afternoon. Devin?
Andrea, there will now be penalties for bars or other venues that break capacity ordinance. Starting Monday morning, all local businesses, including bars, restaurants, churches, and other venues, will be limited to 25% capacity with a maximum of 50 people. Anyone who breaks this ruling will be charged with an infraction, which carries a maximum fine of $1,000. Any businesses with a liquor license who break this rule could also see that license suspended if the city commission chooses to do so. Representatives of the city say that other options for mandates were on the table, but the mayor felt that this capacity limit was the best option.
He analyzed that with the help of the health department's analysis of the numbers, and he just felt that the best way would be this kind of limitation of occupancy in terms of just truly trying to curb things.
The ruling will go into effect on Monday morning and is set to expire on December 15th, but that could be extended if the mayor chooses to do so.
All right. Thank you, Devin. When we asked if any other orders would be considered going forward, we were told that everything is on the table right now. Grand Forks is the first county in the state to enact a mask mandate with a penalty attached. Just last week, protesters gathered outside City Hall wanting the mask mandate removed. Tonight, it not only stays, but comes with a hefty fee. Starting at midnight, face coverings are required in Grand Forks County in all indoor public places where physical distancing cannot be maintained. Any person violating the order will be charged with a Class B misdemeanor, carrying a fine of $1,500. A little late-day sunshine is never a bad thing, or really sunshine any time of the day. Let's see what this evening looks like. Hey, Hutch.
Hey, very quiet weather to close off our work week. We started off the day mighty chilly, but we've ended it in style. We do still have mid-30s here in the Red River Valley and points off to the west. Out east, we have some upper 20s showing up here and there, 30 in Wadena, 35 in Thief River Falls. Now, as we take a look at the satellite and radar, we notice quiet conditions for the Dakotas. We have a few clouds in Minnesota, but the storm system developing in the Rocky Mountains will be making its way in our general direction. Look at that sunset in Devil's Lake. Here's your planner for Fargo. Temperatures will slip into the 20s early this evening, and it will stay breezy. Take that jacket along. It'll be wind chilly as we go through the evening hours. Grand Forks a little chillier still with mid-20s by bedtime tonight. We have a few hitches in the proverbial giddy-up, Andrea, as we head through your weekend ahead. Some of us will have flakes in the forecast. I'll have details on all of that coming up here in a minute.
All right, thanks, Hutch. A Fargo man is in jail after police say he threatened his family with a shotgun. When police were called to the 3200 block of 20th Street South around 11:30 last night, they found 45-year-old Cedric Elder barricaded inside his apartment with a gun, his wife, and 2 children. Officers set up a perimeter and ordered Elder to open the door. Eventually he did, but tried to escape down a stairwell. Officers were waiting for him and arrested him. He's in the Cass County Jail for terrorizing. The woman and 2 children were not hurt. A 28-year-old man is now sentenced to 10 years in prison following a drug deal that led to a murder. Daryl Simmons was charged with conspiracy to commit robbery and conspiracy to deliver meth. The robbery charge was dismissed this morning, but Simmons has been sentenced to 10 years in prison. Court documents say that he was trying to buy meth out of the trunk of a car when it began to drive off. Simmons said shots were fired inside the car as it crashed in the street, and Quinn White was found dead in the back seat. 3 officers are injured and 2 people are in jail following a wild traffic stop. It happened around 6 this morning. Fargo police were dispatched to the 1400 block of 32nd Avenue North for an impaired driver. Officers made contact with that driver, 22-year-old Alyssa Norquay, and passenger 33-year-old Irvin Peltier. Officers say Peltier got verbally aggressive with them, and Norquay began fighting with officers. Both were arrested and face multiple charges. If you're after some Black Friday deals and plan to shop online this season, you may want to listen up. Package thefts are on the rise across Fargo. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard tells us how we can prepare.
Because so many people have already been purchasing things online, we've seen a decent amount of, almost, for lack of better words, like a steady rate of packages being stolen off of, whether it's an entryway of an apartment complex or off of people's doorsteps.
Jessica Schindeldecker with Fargo Police says since many are hopping on the holiday shopping bandwagon due to COVID-19, more thieves may be after packages. We did some digging and found out between September 13th and mid-October, there were 14 package thefts in the Red River Valley. From mid-October to November 13th, there were 25. Last year, from November 1st, 2019 to November 13th, there was 1 reported theft. This year, that number is 11. These 3 women from Fargo are after the hottest Black Friday 2020 deals too, taking the online shopping route.
I really am gonna try to find my mom like a little robot vacuum cleaner. I would like a new air fryer.
I'm gonna be shopping online mostly, but mostly for pet stuff.
Mandy Thomas from Fargo says checking for delivery updates and scoping the entryway is a part of her morning routine. Staying up to date on your tracking numbers is something Schindeldecker says is important. She says to see if your workplace allows you to send packages there, adding that sending them to a family member who stays home during the day is also a good idea. In Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Police say that a doorbell system is also a cost-effective way to help them track down thieves. The Jamestown Regional Medical Center is close to inpatient capacity. They're activating their COVID-19 surge plan, preparing to increase space from a 25-bed facility to a 64-bed facility. The president and CEO of the hospital says they need the community to take preventive measures. A judge denies bond to 2 men charged with killing a black man who was jogging in a Georgia neighborhood back in February. The judge rejecting requests for bail from Gregory McMichael and his son, Travis McMichael. Both face a number of charges related to the death of Ahmed Arbery, including felony murder and malice murder. The 2 are accused of chasing, then shooting Arbery while he ran on a street. The countdown is underway for tomorrow's historic launch of 4 astronauts on board the SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft. The mission to the International Space Station will be the first crew rotation flight for the Crew Dragon. It's one more step on NASA's path to securing regular flights to the ISS under the agency's Commercial Crew program. One concern for tomorrow's launch, the news today that SpaceX founder Elon Musk may have coronavirus.
As far as any contact with the crew, I am unaware of it. That contact tracing should be underway right now. And of course, NASA and SpaceX are going to work through it together and come to the right conclusion.
Bridenstine went on to say that research is going to be transformational and is critically important to advance the human condition here on Earth. Still to come, another airline says it's confident in its COVID safety measures and ready to change where travelers can sit on flights.
Frigid this Friday morning up north, sub-zero low temperatures, but then this happened. That sun came out. It was a little breezy, but temperatures sure responded nicely to close out your work week. I'll have details on some hitches in the giddy up and some bumps on the roller coaster ride coming up right after this.